Hello! In this video, we will examine in detail the three basic prototyping approaches used to embody ideas during the design process: rough and ready prototyping, prototyping, and appearance modelling. Each method serves different purposes and comes into play at different stages of the product development process. Rough and ready prototyping. Doing rapid prototyping in the first steps of the design process allows us to experiment with our hands as well as visualize ideas in our minds. Rough and ready prototyping, as the name suggests, is a rough but adequate prototyping method. The purpose of these prototypes is not to test the product, but to explore the idea, visualize it, and try the first interaction with the user. Material: cheap and easily formable materials such as cardboard, styrofoam, model sticks, wire, and Play-Doh. The goal: for the designer to observe his own ideas or to get the first feedback from the user. Low detail, low cost, high speed. Application examples. In my portable shopping cart called Carto, I made a 1:1 scale mock-up to test my ideas. In this way, I clarified the placement of the pivot mechanisms and developed solutions by noticing the balance problems experienced in standing the product upright. Working on a real scale has also helped me a lot in evaluating ergonomics. In addition, thanks to the modelling done by a group of friends in a packaging design project, I saw the importance of intuitively telling the user where the packaging can be opened. These tests with physical prototypes reinforce the value of hands-on experiments in the design process. Prototyping. As the design develops, the idea progresses from abstract to concrete. Now it is necessary to find the answer to the question, how it works. The prototypes made at this stage are prepared to include the basic functions of the product. This is called functional prototyping. The aim is to test both the technical components and the physical interaction with the user. Material: plywood, 3D printing, plastic sheets, simple fasteners. Functionality: mechanism tests, moving parts, ergonomics tests can be performed. User test: interaction with real people is observed. In my Carto project, I tested the pivot mechanisms by creating a real-size prototype. In this way, I observed the balancing problems of the product and the user ergonomics and improved the design. In a packaging design project, I have observed how effective the physical tests performed to determine where to open the packaging are in shaping the user experience. Appearance modelling: the art of showing the final state. Now, your product is working to a large extent, but how will it look aesthetically? What will be the user's first impression? That's where appearance modelling comes in to find the answer to these questions. These prototypes may not work, but they are very similar in appearance to the final product. Textures, colours, contours, material effects are reflected in this model. Purpose: visual presentation, marketing, impression to the investor, catalogue shooting or user liking test. Material: polyurethane, painted MDF, acrylic surfaces, CNC cut details or 3D rendered coatings. Presentation: this prototype is usually used in videos, photo shoots or exhibition screenings. In my Carto project, I made a scale exterior appearance model to make the product look close to its final state. Thanks to this model, I tested the perceived quality of the product by evaluating the colour, material, and shape relationships. I used this model in visual presentations to measure users' first impressions. In the packaging design project, I saw that the package's position on the shelf, opening direction, and graphic layout were tested thanks to the appearance model prepared by a group of friends. I have observed that this model is effective in evaluating the attractiveness and functionality of packaging. Prototyping is not just a process of making a model, it is a learning process. Each stage brings you one step closer to the design. When you proceed in the right order and with the right method, you will get fewer errors, less costs, and higher user satisfaction. I hope this video was able to introduce you to prototyping methods more closely. See you soon!